everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a very special guest, Mikel Monk. He is the owner of TMD, co-owner of Anthem, and a proud owner of BUENO, a fashion line for female clothing, accessories, and decor. So, without further ado, let's welcome Mikel. Welcome in, Mikel.
Thank you. Hi.
So first of all, congratulations on the 10-year anniversary for TMD. I mean, it's a big success and a big, huge achievement. So congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
What are you most happy about with the event?
The designers and the customers, and just knowing that every month people have a place to come, and all men from SL and people from the mill and the whole community really has a place to come. But I couldn't believe it'd been 10 years, and I'm just shocked that people still enjoy it. And I try to keep it fresh. I try to bring new designers in. You know, it's really, I do little compared to the designers are what keep it going. Designers making really great stuff, and their hard work keeps the people showing up. I try to make sure that the quality is there for the customer. I find designers, or I'm recommended by another designer recommends another designer. Everybody says like, hey, do you have an application where I can apply to TMD?
No, absolutely. And I'm sure all the designers, out there really, really thank you for actually having this event, bringing in new, fresh talents.
I used to shop a lot. I used to be a big shopaholic, and that's really why I created it, was because there was nothing formal at the time. It gave me several tips. It goes, well, it's a male event. Men don't really shop on it, so it'll probably last like 3 months. And here we are 10 years later. Since I was such an avid shopper, I knew all these brands. And they first told me, like, get one good brand and then you can try to get it. I'm like, no, I want all good brands. And they said that's impossible, because I didn't know anybody. I wasn't a blogger. I wasn't anybody. I was literally just a guy that shopped and expected these designers that didn't know me to participate in my event.
So what would you say is going to be special for this round?
One thing that I think is really cool about this round is that there's 2 designers that participated in the very first TMD ever, and they're participating this round. I asked one of them to come back and participate this round. They hadn't been online. I don't know if you know Abyss Designs. Abyss, they make furniture and homes and buildings.
Yes, I certainly do. Yeah.
Yes. So Augie was in the first TMD. Strangely enough, she was thinking of coming back, so she came in and she's going to be in this round. And Sleepy Eddie, which is another male designer, it's been around forever. That was one of my favorites back then, and was in the first round of TMD. They're participating as well, so I'm really happy about that. The 2 of the people that started it 10 years ago are here this round. It's important. This round, there's about 2 or 3 new brands that had never been in TMD before. So I always kind of try to switch it up, and I'm proud more that the customers seem happy because they keep coming back. It matters a lot to me because it's been 10 years. That's a long stretch. And I have my own brand, so that kind of detached me a little bit. Before I had my brand, I used to be very involved, I had a lot of the designers became my friends, and still are. I consider them friends, definitely, because I see them as not stores or design. I see them as people, and a lot of them, I'm very good friends with the owner of Bad Unicorn. He's probably my closest friend on the game. I'm friends with Rita from Not So Bad, Anton from Ascend, and Masa from Deadwool. There's different designers that are there, from Gianni Broda, from David Heather. There's so many that I've become friends with that we have a really good repertoire. I can contact them at any time. Gag from Stray Dog. They're all great, and I'm proud also of a lot of brands starting at TMD or getting recognized and moving on to bigger events. I've always seen TMD as more of an indie label, like not really a major label, just an indie label. And a lot of brands have started at TMD and then moved on and gone to all these other events, and they still are part of TMD, but
since you are kind of making one big family over here, at the same time you're creating friendships, you're creating business partners, you're creating connections. That's the most important.
Thinking about Ash from Cold Ash and RC from Arcback. Like, there's just so many people I can't, brands that aren't around right now, but they were, like Represent and Valcourt. I still hold them in high regard. They're still great. Even if they're not actively have a store anymore or whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, we stay friends.
Since you did mention that you have a brand of yours, so do you want to talk a bit about your brand? What is it? For the people who do not know.
My brand is named BUENO. Mostly a female clothing store, but I do furniture and accessories, fun stuff as well, randomly. You would think I have a male event and I'd make male clothes, but I've been thinking about starting to do male clothes as well. And then I'm the co-owner of Anthem. Tinker Hacks is the other co-owner, and she's great. She does the bulk of the work. She's the one way more organized and way more structured than me. I'm proud of both events, definitely.
What makes this event a unique event than the other competitors?
I don't really think of things in competition, really. Like, I just do what makes it special. There's a price cap for single items, which is $350, and then fat packs can be any price. But so if a person usually sells something for $500 or $400 at their store, they have to sell it for $350 at the event. I try to get the designers that I want to get something for everybody in the male SL male community. Every style, every type. It doesn't just cater to the urban streetwear or to the formal wear. It caters to all types of people. A lot of the event owners are friends of mine, Roy, and as far as the other male event, glad that there's more stuff for the SL male community at all. I'm glad that people are doing more stuff, and designers can make more money. I'm open to all that. I don't want to compete with anybody. I just do what I do. I don't worry about it. And again, if they would need help, if anybody would need help, then they'd reach out.
More than competition, you focus on getting things out there for men. I think definitely you have tapped into a market which is it's not ignored of, and it also shows kind of importance for men fashion out there. Do we expect to see any regional designers, say for example, regional creations like Indian, Arabic, Moroccan?
That's a good question. There has been the Asian community has been represented. People from Germany, people from Holland, people from Eastern Europe, from France, people from Italy, people from Canada, people from Argentina, from South America, all the countries really. That's one thing that TMD has always had. It's had all races, all countries, genders, everything. All the designers have been across the board. That's why when they tell me Korea, Japan, China. Now, if they do stuff that caters more to their ethnic background, that's something I've always been proud of, that everybody, it's a global community as well. TMD is a global community. There's people, because SL is a global community. Why would you have an event to cater to one demographic? I think it's the designer's choice.
The brand TMD stands for, it's such an insightful thing that you've shared with us. That sounds very positive. It sounds like one union, biasness towards anything, and it gives out a strong message as well, that TMD would not tolerate any kind of abnormal behavior, or it sticks to its foundation of being open to all, equal opportunity, having growth at the same time, communication and connection, which I've gathered from you. What is the style of your event?
4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, I started getting a lot of note cards and complaints about, hey, some of this stuff is too unisex, too feminine. Where's all the real male stuff? And I'm like, this is male stuff. Unisex means a male can wear it. If it's a bit feminine, that's for a male that might like feminine clothes. And a female male designer that maybe that's the style of clothing they wear or enjoy. Universal. I would tell them it's for the whole spectrum of the male community on SL. There isn't only people that like wearing t-shirt, jeans, and sneakers. There's some people that wear suits. It's like saying there's clothes there, and I'll admit it freely, clothes and stuff there that I wouldn't wear. That's not my style, but that doesn't mean it's not good. I'm looking for the quality of the designer, the quality of their product, and that the market is there for it. If it wouldn't be there, people wouldn't be buying it. And trust me, a lot of those designers that these people were saying, hey, it's not manly enough or it's getting more feminine. I mean, those designers make a lot of money there. Somebody's buying it, and it's part of the community. I mean, there's all types of people on SL, and they like all different types of clothes, all types of accessories, all types of furniture. There's a lot of people that make really original stuff. A really good friend of mine, Serb, he owns CX. His stuff is all very original, very different than everybody else. Contraption, Walt with Contraption makes very different stuff. And then you have more traditional clothing like Not So Bad, Cold Ash, and that's amazing stuff. Ascend, EK is the suit I'm wearing right now. Vision that has a lot of streetwear. They wear a lot, they make a lot of streetwear, a lot of windbreaker. It's different fashion for different. David Heather makes high couture, fashion couture for men. He makes great stuff, amazing stuff. You have to have all kinds of clothing. It's like going to a male clothing store and only having t-shirts and jeans. Well, that's boring. You're only going to have, a certain kind of customer. I want all the male community, SL male community, to be able to come and shop.
Very strong and very positive message out there. They're like, hey, it's not just like a traditional suit and a tie or a casual jeans. It's like a plethora of things for men, which didn't even know that exists for men fashion, Something new, fresh, on trend, at the same time traditional, at the same time global and universal. So a very, very good plethora of things, good mix of things for sure.
Yeah.
We will continue our conversation with Mikel Monk in the part 2 of this interview. So keep an eye out for the part 2 coming very soon. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss this interview part 2. Thank you, everybody, and stay blessed.